As we're at UHWI, the Auditor General had flagged several procurement breaches, about $500 million of projects that had no documentation for it. With the same management, the same board in place, even when we are facing a revolt against senior management by the staff currently, are you confident giving that same institution $1.38 billion with all of the procurement issues presided by over the same management that is there now?
Well, first of all, I am not going to comment too much on the Cornwall issue. I know the UAE issue. I've heard you comment extensively on it and appear to have sometimes more information than I. What I will say, however, is that it's not the same management. There is a different manager in the institution, Mr. Eric Hussein. The board has been adjusted, but the chairman remains the same. The chairman did not preside over the entire process. And as you know, or should know, the board is made up of nominees from various entities, not just from the minister's nomination. In fact, as Minister of Health and Wellness, I nominate a minority of the board members of the University Hospital, 8 of 18. The others coming from the University of the West Indies and from a few other medical bodies. So while I could have changed the nominee for chairman, in my judgment, I thought he could manage with the board members that were there and others that were nominated, and the change management. Plus, of course, you would have heard that we appointed an oversight team to look at the institution with all of its complexities and to make some recommendations, which I'm awaiting in another month or 6 weeks. They have 3 months or so. When we get that report, we will make whatever decisions around what is being recommended. It's a competent team. There are representatives from the University of the West Indies, from the private sector, and they possess, I believe, the skill sets to assess the systemic challenges at the university, which are challenges that has a historical context, as you know, well before my time in terms of procurement processes and so on. But I'm not prepared to cast any judgment as of now until that report comes forth, and at that point we will comment more authoritatively on it, and that will find its way as far as the cabinet for its guidance.
So I should take it from your statements that the CEO is currently on vacation leave, is not coming back? Because you said there's a new CEO.
There's a new acting CEO. I make no judgment.
But the CEO is on vacation.
Yes.
So he's technically still the CEO.
There's a CEO on the job working, which is not
For,
the same,
until the CEO comes back from vacation.
No, listen to me.
We're talking about the $1.3 billion. It's not going to be spent.
You're going to ask the question and allow the minister to answer. Please.
There is a CEO on the job now. There's a CEO on the job now. And there's a board chairman, and there's a committee.
It's not going to be spent.
You're going to ask the question and allow the minister to answer. Please.
There is a CEO on the job now. There's a CEO on the job now. And there's a board with a board chairman, and there's a committee that is assessing to provide some information.
What I'm asking, Minister, is how long is the tenure of the acting CEO? And will he still be in place after the CEO who has tenure comes back from his vacation?
And I'm saying to you that the board, the board provides the guidance on those decisions. And I have confidence in the board to make that decision when the time comes. There are many things that are happening at this point in time. You will recall that the board called in the fraud squad, for example, who are investigating. I don't know where those investigations are going to lead, or who may be implicated, or what may be the results. There are members here, yourself included, who have spent time defending your own involvement or lack thereof. I cast no judgment on that either. So what I'm saying is a very fluid situation. From my vantage point, I have appointed a board with a chairman, a committee to look at the systemic challenges within the institution, and there is a temporary CEO to govern the day-to-day activities. And I believe that's the best we can do at this point until further notice based on all else that is happening.
So it's safe to say that there is no new CEO. There's no newly appointed CEO.
Can you move on to the next question? Because obviously
we have a CEO in place for 4 weeks while somebody's on vacation. Why are you still here at your age? Go home and play with your grandparents, man.
Member.
Go play with your grandchildren.
Next question. Next question. May I remind you, member, that you're not the chair here?
at that man. How comes Desmond Mckenzie get involved in this conversation right here? So what really happened? What happened? I think Christopher Tufton was doing a great job in deflecting and going around the bush and around the corner in answering the question whether or not there's a new CEO. There's an acting CEO, right? Whatever, chairman, whatever. And the other one gone on vacation. So what that means is a legitimate question. We're talking about billions of dollars being allocated to this particular entity, and you're telling me as the government, as the minister of government, as the minister of health, you don't want to make any executive decision as to how our tax dollars is being protected, right? You can say, yes, I'm gonna fire that person because they don't share the confidence of the people of Jamaica, the well-thinking people of Jamaica, by the way. They don't share our confidence in the UHWI, and because it's allegedly your friend from high school, the Manchester boys, you don't want to be any part of it. So instead of doing your job and your duty, you're trying to recuse yourself of that. Yeah man, let the board deal with it, because whatever. That's all I'm hearing from Christopher Tufton. That's my interpretation, and I'm entitled to it. That's my interpretation. I'm a bridging. So you are going. I don't want to fire him. If it is that something come up and them come with evidence and them have to fire him, so will be the case. But I will not fire him. Mighty God, party shop government, and then this one right here, Desmond Mckenzie out here getting all heated. I've never seen Mr. Dr. Alfred Dawes respond in the manner that he did. So clearly Desmond Mckenzie must have said something, because somebody is always coming to the rescue of the person that is being questioned. And anytime the questions start to get heated, them jumping because them can't help themselves. They are not confident in their you know, their colleagues' ability. You understand? Because they know it looks terrible, ladies and gentlemen, and they are getting roasted in Parliament, and I am loving it. I am absolutely. Let's continue. I'm loving it.
And two, when you
All else that is happening.
So it's safe to say that there is no new CEO. There's no newly appointed CEO.
Can you move on to the next question? Because obviously
We have a CEO in place for 4 weeks while somebody's on vacation. Why are you still here at your age? You go home and play with your grandparents, man.
Member.
Go play with your grandchildren.
Next question. Next question. May I remind you, member, that you're not the chair.
So, Desmond Mckenzie say you should be ashamed of yourself. And that's all I hear him say, and something about you remember that. But I see Zulika just over there just cheesing. Hey, shout out Zulika, Jess, love you, baby. No, Parliament. Hey, me say Parliament that.
Here. And two, when a member who is given the floor diverted into having, you are not the chair.
Yo, Miss Desmond Mckenzie lip start. You know when people angry and their lip start tremble. Jamaica Bolo.
We need help, Jesus. Jamaica need help. Shift the parliament. Shift the election. Shift everything. Remove them all there. Take out the cockroach. Take out the thief. Take out the criminal them. Take out the thief them. Take out the murderer them. Take out the gang leader them. Out of parliament. Take them out. from Portland.
I tell you.
Members.
Oh, look on this one at him. Who when I talk to him? How comes him get involved? When I call him Terry Long, how comes him get involved? Oh, him so hot and bothered. You know when somebody trouble a girl? And you defend a girl, you know them way there? Yeah man, I saw him a boy, you know. This not look good. It's not safe. Yo, hey man, listen man. It's Zulika just for me. Like big up Queen of the Soul, but that's ruffling feathers, but that's not talk to him. And him ruffling own feathers him too enough. When him gotta get involved in a people in conversation for both health. Their health minister shut them out and listen. I want you. And him cause all this and nonsense and this a bahala balu we have to go on in the parliament. It look like him have something against Dr. Dawes. And I heard that they mentioned Dr. Dawes being poisoned. Or there was an attempt for poisoning. I wonder, why would you mention something like that? Them think they really expose people, you know. Dr. Dawes don't even shake their hand. You hear what I say? Don't even shake them hand, Dr. Dawes. As a matter of fact, all the members of the People's National Party want to stay far from them people there, yeah? As far as possible. Don't trust none of them in the parliament. Avoid them as much as possible. If you shake them hand, make sure you wipe off your hand, clean and disinfect your hand. As a matter of fact, you don't have to shake nobody hand. Elbow. Treat them like when how them deal with what name? Back in a pandemic. Yeah man, elbow and foot man. Don't shake none of them hand. We don't trust them, bro. Cause if you come talk about in this situation now, how that come in, where you mention Dr. Dawes and poison and them something. You have something, you really have something against Dr. Dawes personally. You really Bono no said Dr. Dawes in a parliament. Hey, me sweet me say we have to get them out. Them gots to go.
Mr. Chairman, can we continue?
I am going to ask Member Garvey, please stop. And if I have to rule, I don't want to go down that. I don't want. If you continue.
You see that brother? That brother, him and Juliet Bolo is not different, you know. Terry long tongue over this and run off him out and I go on in most way. I mean, you say nothing to him. And Anita Garvey him have strength for. Natalie Nita Garvey. Coop on him too. Pick up Dr. Alfred Dawes here, man.
And I'm going to say this now. Any member who is given the floor to speak, you should do so. And don't pay attention. I've asked you on more than one occasion. Pay attention, and you're not the chair. You're not the chair. And please, don't let me have to name. I'm going to start again.
One thing, I love Queen I South. I go on the figure. She's right. It's unfair. He was being heckled the entire time. I know Dr. Alfred does. I have observed him. He's not a man where you understand him very, very smooth, calm, and collected. If you let me, I deal with very, very disciplined. If you let me, I say for him to go and tell him say why you don't go and play with your grandchildren, them or your grandparents. It means saying when I do too much. You want to do too much and everybody cup full and the chair is not doing the chair's job, right? The chair, if you make a order and tell the man to shut up his mouth and make the thing continue and run smooth, and we have this gigantic waste of time instead of dealing with the issues at hand. But then again, this might be a strategy to deflect from the fact that the UHWI situation, but we now come off it. We now let it go. We now come off it. No. You can best believe that.
Remember, we have one chairman. Two, whenever I give the floor and has a
I said Desmond Mckenzie said nobody never poisoned him yet. So Dr. Alfred Dow said nobody never beat me yet. Yo, bro, you walked right into that one, bro. Who take beating and glad so they get beaten. Who admit so they get beaten from Edward Siaga and glad so they get beaten. Dr. Alfred said nobody never beat me yet. Mighty God. How did he respond? I'm just hearing this, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm telling you, I'm here for it. I am here for it. You understand? Nobody never beat me yet. Tell him Dr. Alfred does. Damn out of order.
Mr. Chairman,
hey, when you see how Desmond Mckenzie have to cool and calm, look on his face all that. You know what time it is. Yeah. Watch him face. Desmond, you know what time it is, man. The new PNP and a really and a smarty for rampant and a soft soap business. You understand? Yeah, man, and a soft thing. Yeah, don't bother feel like say we don't know the antecedents of the labor rights them from way back when. You understand? So nobody feel like you can come in our parliament come bully nobody because they know that not gonna work. Your time up, you're on the exit, them on the incline and you up on the decline. Whether you exit out of the world or you exit out of parliament, you're up on the exit. Humble, I mind a fumble. I'll tell you what you're dealing with. Those are the body face. Go here. Hot under the collar.
Chairman, listen, if I may, I am in the chair and I am prepared to respond to the questions. And we don't need to do it in a disrespectful way. The member has an opportunity to ask his questions. And, you know, the idea of an age being in this house. The member from West Kingston has the highest number of votes in the last election. And that's the only thing that qualifies him to be here. Nothing else, not his age or anything else. But in other words,
Tufton, we don't want to hear nothing about that. We don't want to hear nothing about that because of no bias. stop heckle the man. If you never heckle the man wouldn't respond to him like that. You understand? No apology. I want him to come talk about poison area. Go in for go. Talk shit now here.
Let's just move on. Let's move on. Now, these are important issues. So go ahead, through you, Chair. Go ahead, member, with your questions.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you, Chair.
And you see, look for the hypocrite we just said that a while ago. I know them say something over this and him a laugh. And the whole of them over the JLP a laugh. That's why I say Dr. Alfred Daza and the PMP, you know, rub them out. Don't hold back. Rub them out in our parliament. Don't make nobody bully you, know what I'm telling you? Oh, you remember good.
Going now, Minister.